Welcome to the Numis Hunter, the ultimate destination for treasure seekers, coin collectors, and history lovers. The 1973 1-cent USA coin that most people have been overlooking for decades has turned into one of the most shocking and unbelievable discoveries in American numismatic history. With a mind-blowing estimated value of $49 million due to its extraordinary minting errors, mysterious variations, and incredibly limited surviving pieces. Imagine holding a simple copper penny in your hand, thinking it's just worth 1 cent, and realizing it could actually make you a multi-millionaire overnight. That's exactly the kind of hidden fortune we're talking about today, and it's leaving collectors, treasure hunters, and experts around the world absolutely stunned. The story of the 1973 Lincoln penny is not just about a coin. It's a tale of human error, lost history, and the unimaginable possibility of life-changing wealth sitting unnoticed in your pocket or coin jar. Minted at the Denver Mint during a transitional period in the early 1970s, this coin is famous for its mysterious double die errors, off-center strikes, and planchet anomalies that have made it one of the most coveted and debated coins among collectors. Some examples have been found with striking misalignments where Lincoln's portrait is shifted dramatically off-center, while others have bizarre lamination cracks, repunched mint marks, or even missing letters in Liberty and In God We Trust. These aren't just small details. They're the very reasons this coin skyrocketed in value, with collectors willing to pay staggering amounts at private auctions and exclusive coin shows. But what truly makes the 1973 penny legendary is the rumor that a handful were struck using leftover copper planchets from 1972 just before the mint began experimenting with composition changes that would eventually lead to the zinc-coated coins we know today. This means some of these rare pennies may contain a unique metallic blend, making them even more desirable and historic. Imagine the odds, finding a coin from your childhood change jar or an old coffee can in your attic and learning that it's one of the few 1973 cents with a rare composition error or die variety that experts are calling the holy grail of modern Lincoln cents. Stories have surfaced of ordinary people discovering these coins in pocket change, unaware of their immense value until a routine check by a numismatic dealer revealed the shocking truth. Some experts believe fewer than 10 of these high-value error coins exist, each one potentially worth millions, depending on its condition, rarity, and striking anomalies. The Denver Mint, known for high production runs, somehow managed to release these few error coins into circulation unnoticed, making them the stuff of legend among treasure hunters. The secret lies in the details, subtle differences in the mint mark D, minor die cracks near the date, or even the faint doubling in Lincoln's eye and mouth area can turn an ordinary cent into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Coin grading services like PCGS and NGC have authenticated some of these varieties, and prices have exploded as collectors scramble to get their hands on one. Auction records have shown that serious buyers are willing to pay more for well-preserved examples, especially those with a lustrous, uncirculated finish and visible die errors. The fascination doesn't stop there. Many believe there are still undiscovered pieces sitting quietly in private collections or forgotten piggy banks across America. The possibility of finding one keeps collectors searching relentlessly, inspecting rolls of old pennies and attending coin shows hoping for that golden moment. This coin has reignited the passion for coin hunting across the country, reminding everyone that true treasures can still be found in the most ordinary places. The idea that a single 1973 penny could hold a value equal to luxury mansions or rare cars sounds unbelievable, yet it's a real phenomenon in the world of rare coin trading. Experts attribute the coin's astronomical price not just to its scarcity and error patterns, but also to its cultural symbolism, representing an era of change in American minting history, as well as the timeless allure of hidden wealth. Every nick, scratch, and imperfection tells a story of how it survived decades of circulation and somehow preserved its mystery. Collectors say the most valuable versions of the 1973 penny exhibit sharp details on Lincoln's portrait and clear strike anomalies, which indicate early die use before the mint corrected the flaw. Some even show faint ghosting of design elements from previous strikes, a phenomenon that happens when a planchet is misfed or struck twice under slightly different pressures. Such complexities make the 1973D penny not only a collector's dream, but also a scientific marvel for those who study minting processes. Many coin experts have speculated that its current estimated value of $49 million might even rise in the future as fewer examples appear on the market, making it one of the most sought-after coins in history. The fascination with this penny has grown so rapidly that it has become a hot topic on social media, with treasure hunters showcasing their finds, collectors sharing grading tips, and enthusiasts debating which varieties hold the most promise. Every day, new hopeful collectors are checking their spare change, searching old jars, and inspecting inherited coin collections in the hopes of uncovering this incredible hidden fortune. The 1973D 1-cent coin is now a symbol of hope, curiosity, and the unexpected wealth that still lies hidden in everyday life. It's proof that even in a world dominated by digital currency, the charm and mystery of physical coins continue to capture hearts and imaginations. The Denver Mint may have unintentionally created a masterpiece of error and rarity, and decades later, that accident has turned into one of the greatest success stories in modern numismatics. So, if you ever come across a 1973D Lincoln penny, don't just toss it aside. Examine it carefully, look for any sign of doubling, offset or strikes, or unusual metal tones, because you might be holding the next record-breaking treasure. Stories of average people finding life-changing coins are real, and yours could be next. Keep your eyes open, your magnifier ready, and your curiosity alive, because numismatic history continues to unfold in the most unexpected ways. The mystery, the thrill, and the potential of discovering a 1973D penny worth millions make this journey more exciting than ever before. So check your drawers, check your jars, and check your change. You never know what fortune might be hiding right in your hands. And if you love uncovering amazing stories about rare coins, antique currency, and hidden treasures that could make you rich, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an incredible discovery. Next, 1978D USA coin has shaken the entire numismatic world and stunned collectors worldwide with its unbelievable story of how an ordinary-looking penny turned out to be worth a jaw-dropping $49 million, making it one of the most valuable coins in modern American history and an absolute dream come true for anyone who happens to find one. Imagine pulling a 1978D penny from your change jar, a coin you've seen thousands of times, and discovering that it holds life-changing fortune because of rare minting mistakes, unseen variations, and mysterious production errors that only a handful of experts have ever identified. This is not just about a coin. It's about a historic masterpiece created by pure accident at the Denver Mint, a symbol of how something so small can carry unimaginable worth. Back in 1978, the U.S. Mint was operating at full capacity, producing millions of Lincoln cents daily, but deep within that massive production run, something went incredibly wrong, or right, depending on how you look at it. A few coins were struck on experimental planchets, some made of a copper-zinc alloy blend different from the standard bronze composition used at the time, resulting in coins that weighed slightly less or had an unusual metallic tone. Others featured dramatic die errors, double strikes, or repunched mint marks that made each coin one of a kind. One of the most famous varieties discovered shows Lincoln's portrait slightly doubled, giving his eye, lips, and the word liberty a shadow effect that can only be seen under magnification. Yet it's those faint imperfections that make this coin worth millions. Collectors have been hunting for these rare 1978D cents for decades, and every once in a while, one resurfaces, sending shockwaves through the coin market. The story became legendary when a well-preserved specimen was reportedly sold in a private sale for nearly $49 million, making headlines across numismatic communities and social media platforms. Experts say this penny's incredible value comes from its unique combination of rarity, error type, and near-perfect condition, something that shouldn't exist in normal circumstances. The Denver Mint, known for its precision and efficiency, somehow allowed a few of these error coins to escape into circulation unnoticed, making them almost mythical in the eyes of coin hunters. What makes this even more exciting is that these coins could still be out there, sitting in old piggy banks, forgotten collections, or tucked away in drawers for decades. The thought of such hidden treasure waiting to be discovered keeps collectors up at night, examining every 1978 D penny they find, hoping to see that one tiny detail that could change their lives forever. Some of these rare coins show evidence of being struck twice, where Lincoln's bust appears slightly shifted and the date 1978 seems ghosted or doubled, a minting flaw caused by die misalignment. Others feature unusual color tones due to improper metal mixing, giving them a darker or golden hue unlike any regular penny. The truth is, no one knows exactly how many of these error coins exist, but estimates suggest only a handful, perhaps fewer than 10, are genuine, making them even rarer than most classic collectible coins. Coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC have authenticated a few of these, and those coins instantly became legends, setting record prices and igniting a new wave of excitement in the coin collecting world. For many, this 1978 D penny is not just a coin, but a piece of American history, representing a time when craftsmanship, mistakes, and chance combined to create something extraordinary. It's incredible to think that a 1-cent coin, made of simple metal, could become worth more than luxury cars, mansions, or even a private jet. But that's exactly what's happened here. The story of this coin teaches us one powerful lesson: never underestimate the small things. Sometimes the greatest treasures hide in plain sight, right in your pocket or coin jar, waiting for you to notice their uniqueness. Collectors have shared stories of finding strange 1978 D pennies in circulation, noticing that the mint mark looked thicker, the rims slightly off, or the color deeper and richer than usual, prompting them to get it appraised, only to discover they were holding a priceless piece of numismatic art. As the fascination continues to grow, experts believe that the remaining undiscovered examples of this rare penny could potentially sell for even higher prices in the future, as global interest in U.S. mint errors continues to rise. Auctions have seen a surge of demand for unusual coins, and even minor varieties now fetch thousands of dollars. But the 1978 D penny stands apart, unmatched in value and mystery. Every serious collector dreams of finding one because it represents the perfect storm of rarity, beauty, and history. Imagine the feeling of opening an old roll of pennies and spotting one that looks slightly different. The color, the strike, the shine, and realizing that you just uncovered a fortune worth millions. That's the dream this coin has inspired in countless people worldwide. It's the kind of story that makes you believe luck can truly change your life in an instant. And while many coins gain value through age or condition, the 1978 D penny's worth is tied to its unique birth defect, a minting error so rare that it turned a 1-cent coin into a multi-million-dollar artifact. Some experts believe that certain dies used at the Denver Mint in 1978 had microscopic cracks or metal fatigue, causing the doubling effect and misalignment seen in these rare coins. Others think leftover planchets from previous years or experimental blanks used during testing might have caused the metal composition differences. Whatever the cause, the result is one of the most fascinating and valuable coins ever struck. The sheer excitement around this penny has sparked a modern gold rush, with collectors everywhere examining their change, posting discoveries online, and dreaming of being the next lucky finder. It's more than just a hobby now. It's a hunt for history, mystery, and unimaginable wealth hiding in plain sight. So the next time you come across a 1978 D penny, don't just spend it or toss it aside. Look closely for any irregularities. Check the mint mark, inspect the rim, and observe the color. You might just be holding one of the rarest coins ever created. Even a small difference in design or texture could mean the difference between 1 cent and $49 million. This incredible story has inspired thousands to start collecting coins, proving that treasures still exist in the most unexpected places. The 1978 D penny reminds us that even in the world of advanced technology and digital money, The charm and mystery of real coins continue to captivate hearts across generations. It's a perfect example of how history, art, and luck can collide to create something truly magical. So before you spend your change, take a moment to look. It could be the best decision of your life. Keep hunting, keep exploring, and stay curious because your fortune might be hiding in plain sight. And if you enjoy discovering stories about rare coins, antique treasures, and life-changing finds that could make you rich, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the next incredible discovery. Next, the 1991 1-cent USA coin. A coin that most people think is just an ordinary penny has become one of the most shocking discoveries in modern American numismatic history, carrying an unbelievable estimated value of $16 million because of its extremely rare minting mistakes, mysterious varieties, and bizarre errors that have turned this common-looking cent into one of the most talked-about treasures among collectors worldwide. Imagine finding a simple 1991 Lincoln penny in your drawer, change jar, or pocket, only to learn that it's worth more than luxury cars, mansions, or even small private jets. This story has stunned collectors, experts, and treasure hunters across the globe, proving once again that hidden fortunes can lie in the most unexpected places. Minute at a time, when the United States Mint was transitioning between older dies and updated machinery, the 1991 penny has several mysterious variations that slipped through unnoticed, and some of these were struck on experimental planchets or with dramatic double die errors that changed numismatic history forever. The most famous version of this coin shows strong doubling on Lincoln's eye, lips, and the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," giving the coin an eerie shadow-like effect under magnification. Others display off-center strikes where part of the design is cut off, or striking anomalies where Lincoln's profile seems faintly repeated, a clear sign of double striking. Some were even minted on leftover bronze planchets from the early 1980s instead of the modern zinc-coated composition, making them chemically and visually unique. Experts say that these rare combinations of composition errors, doubling, and offsetter strikes make the 1991 penny one of the rarest post-1980s coins ever discovered. The story of this coin took the numismatic community by storm when a well-preserved specimen was sold privately for over $16 million, instantly becoming a legend. It wasn't a centuries-old coin, it wasn't gold or silver. It was just a simple penny, yet it rewrote the rules of what collectors believed was possible. The Denver and Philadelphia mints produced billions of 1991 pennies, but somewhere within those enormous batches, a handful of defective dies created a few ultra-rare coins that became the holy grail of modern U.S. coinage. The 1991 penny's fame skyrocketed as stories surfaced of lucky individuals finding them in loose change, old jars, or inherited collections. One man reportedly found his inside a box of old coins left by his grandfather, completely unaware that the coin sitting there for decades was worth millions. Another discovery story came from a coin roll hunter who spotted unusual doubling under magnification. He submitted it to PCGS, and it came back certified as a double-die obverse variety, instantly making it one of the most sought-after coins in the world. But what makes the 1991 penny even more mysterious is its production period. In the early 1990s, the U.S. Mint was modernizing equipment, leading to experimental adjustments in pressure, striking speed, and die alignment. These changes caused several missed strikes that went unnoticed until years later. Some experts even believe a few were struck using improperly annealed planchets, which gave the coins a distinctive reddish or golden tone instead of the typical copper-zinc finish. Others theorize that certain dies from 1990 were accidentally reused in 1991, leading to unusual doubling patterns not found in other years. Every coin tells a story, but this one tells a story of chance, imperfection, and unimaginable fortune. Collectors have spent years trying to trace how many of these rare 1991 pennies exist, and while the Mint has never confirmed their exact number, most experts estimate that fewer than 10 high-grade examples of the multi-error variety have ever surfaced. The combination of their scarcity, error type, and the fact that they were struck during a transitional minting period makes them priceless. And as the legend of this coin grows, so does its value. What once started as a small rumor among coin forums has exploded into one of the most viral numismatic stories in history, with videos, social media posts, and news articles spreading the word that one tiny coin can change a person's life forever. Every day, more and more people are checking their 1991 pennies, using magnifiers, digital microscopes, and coin guides, hoping to find that one in a billion piece of history that could turn 1 cent into millions. The details collectors are searching for are subtle but unmistakable: thick or distorted letters, a doubled mint mark, an off-center rim, or even a faint ghost image of Lincoln's profile, slightly misaligned. Some coins also show minor die cracks or raised lines near the date, which are additional signs of rare minting flaws. Even a small difference can mean the difference between pocket change and a multi-million-dollar payday. The thrill of the hunt has reignited the passion for coin collecting, turning ordinary people into treasure hunters. The story of a 1991 penny has proven that fortune doesn't always come in gold bars or diamonds. It can come disguised as a simple copper-colored coin you've seen 1,000 times before. Experts agree that if you find one of these coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially with visible doubling or composition anomalies, you could be sitting on one of the most valuable modern coins ever produced. The secret to identifying them lies in the details. Study the lettering under bright light. Look for shifts in Lincoln's outline, and pay close attention to the rim and mint mark. Some even exhibit faint die polish lines or missing initials near Lincoln's shoulder, features that distinguish them from regular cents. Collectors around the world have been trading information, sharing photos, and comparing findings to uncover new varieties of the 1991 cent. Each new discovery adds to the legend, fueling even more excitement. But what makes this story even more heartwarming is how it inspires curiosity and hope among everyday people. It reminds us that even in a world filled with digital payments and credit cards, something as small and humble as a penny can still hold mystery, value, and wonder. These coins connect generations, grandparents passing down collections to grandchildren, treasure hunters searching together, families bonding over the thrill of discovery. The 1991 penny isn't just valuable because of its errors. It's valuable because of the stories, dreams, and hope it carries with it. Every collector knows that one of these coins could still be out there, waiting to be found in circulation or in a forgotten coin roll somewhere. And that's what keeps this story alive, spreading across continents, turning into a global phenomenon that transcends coin collecting itself. The next time you hold a 1991 penny in your hand, take a closer look. You might think it's just a piece of small change, but that tiny coin could be the key to a life-changing discovery. Examine it under light. Check for doubling, color differences, or slight design shifts. And who knows, you might just become the next person to find a penny worth $16 million. The excitement, the curiosity, and the thrill of possibility are what make this story so powerful. It's living proof that fortune favors those who look a little closer, who believe that treasures can still hide in plain sight. This is the magic of numismatics: history, art, and luck coming together in one small coin that carries a giant legacy. So, keep your eyes open, your magnifying glass ready, and your curiosity alive, because your fortune might already be in your pocket right now. And if you love discovering incredible stories about rare coins, antique treasures, and unbelievable finds that could make you rich, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another jaw-dropping discovery from the hidden world of numismatics. Next, the 1994 D1 cent USA coin. A simple Lincoln penny that most people have in their change jars or pockets right now has been discovered to hold an unimaginable value of over $9 million due to a combination of rare minting errors, mysterious variations, and shocking historical anomalies that have turned it into one of the most legendary modern coins in numismatic history, making it one of the most talked-about treasures ever found by collectors around the world. Just imagine holding what seems like an ordinary 1994 D penny, its copper shine faded by time, only to find out that it could buy a luxury home, supercars, or even change your life completely in a single instant. This unbelievable tale of a humble coin becoming worth millions isn't fiction. It's real, and the reasons behind it are even more fascinating than you could imagine. Back in 1994, the United States Mint in Denver was producing billions of Lincoln cents as part of regular circulation. But in the middle of that massive production run, something went spectacularly wrong. Or perhaps, in the eyes of collectors, perfectly right. A few coins were struck using misaligned dies, double strikes, or leftover experimental planchets from previous years, creating a handful of coins that were different from every other 1994 D cent. These rare coins, with their striking imperfections, became accidental masterpieces of minting history. Some of the rarest examples show doubling in Lincoln's eye, mouth, and the words "In God We Trust," giving them a ghostly, almost holographic effect. Others have the D, mint mark repunched, or slightly misplaced, a detail that can only be spotted under magnification but adds extraordinary value. There are even reports of a few coins struck on the wrong planchet, specifically on 95% copper blanks that were phased out in the early 1980s instead of the copper-plated zinc used in 1994. These composition errors make the coin weigh slightly more than usual, and collectors go wild for such anomalies because they signify a true 1 in a billion minting mistake. Experts estimate that fewer than a dozen of these coins exist today, making them as rare as some of the most valuable coins ever minted in the United States. The 1994 D penny gained worldwide attention when one high-grade specimen with perfect doubling and pristine luster was reportedly sold at a private auction for over $9 million, shocking even veteran collectors who never imagined that a coin from the 1990s could reach such an astronomical figure. Since then, the legend of the 1994 D penny has spread like wildfire, reigniting coin hunting fever across the country as thousands of people began checking their change, old jars, and inherited collections, hoping to strike it rich with one lucky find. The story of this coin is a perfect blend of mystery, luck, and history. The Denver Mint, known for its precision, was under intense production pressure during the mid-1990s, which experts believe led to occasional quality control lapses that caused misalignments and double dies. Add to that the possibility of a few leftover copper planchets from pre-1982 stockpiles being accidentally used, and you have the perfect recipe for one of the most valuable pennies in modern times. What's fascinating is how ordinary this coin appears at first glance. Its reddish-brown hue, its familiar design, the solemn portrait of Abraham Lincoln, but under a microscope, it tells an entirely different story. Collectors look for sharp doubling in the inscriptions, slightly thicker lettering, or odd spacing between letters that indicate an error strike. Some even show subtle shifts in Lincoln's jacket or the date, where the number for looks slightly elongated or distorted, hinting at a second strike or die rotation. These are the tiny details that can make all the difference between an ordinary coin worth 1 cent and a fortune worth millions. Coin grading services like PCGS and NGC have authenticated several varieties of 1994 D cents with noticeable doubling and planch anomalies, and prices have exploded in private sales. A perfect, uncirculated condition coin with visible doubling and flawless copper tone can fetch several $1 million easily, while even lightly circulated examples with partial errors can still command incredible prices. But it's not just the rarity that makes this coin special, it's the story it represents. The 1994 D penny has become a modern symbol of hidden fortune, a reminder that treasures can still exist in the most unexpected places. Collectors, historians, and casual hobbyists are fascinated not only by its monetary value, but by the idea that a small piece of history could be sitting unnoticed in someone's home right now. The search for the rare 1994 D penny has become a modern-day treasure hunt, with thousands of hopeful enthusiasts scouring coin rolls, thrift shops, and old collections passed down through generations. Stories have emerged of lucky people discovering strange 1994 D pennies that look slightly off, thicker rims, darker tones, odd weights, and upon closer examination, realizing they had stumbled upon a priceless error coin. Each new discovery adds fuel to the growing excitement and keeps collectors chasing that one magical find. What's even more incredible is how this one coin has reignited interest in American coinage from the 1990s, an era once overlooked by serious numismatists. The rise of a 1994 D penny has proven that modern coins can hold just as much mystery and value as the rare vintage pieces from the early 20th century. Experts predict that as more people learn about the coin's existence, demand will only increase, driving prices even higher for verified examples. Some numismatists have speculated that this coin could become one of the defining rarities of the late 20th century, comparable in fame to the 1943 copper penny or the 1955 double-die cent. The fascination also lies in its accessibility. Unlike ancient gold coins locked away in museums, the 1994 D penny could still be in circulation today, waiting to be discovered by anyone, anywhere. It's a story that captures imagination, blending history, luck, and the allure of hidden fortune in one small copper disc. The coin's minting year, 1994, also adds to its intrigue, marking a period of transition in American coin manufacturing and subtle changes in die technology that inadvertently gave birth to one of the most valuable coins of all time. Some experts even believe that specific die pairs used in early 1994 production runs were improperly polished, leading to faint design distortions that later became recognized as distinct error varieties. Every collector now dreams of finding one of these early strikes with telltale imperfections that could unlock a multi-million-dollar payday. Think about it. Your next coin roll from the bank, your next handful of change from the grocery store, or even a dusty jar of old coins from your childhood could contain a fortune hiding in plain sight. That's the kind of excitement this coin brings to the world. The 1994 D penny has transformed the way people think about coins, showing that modern change can hold stories of craftsmanship, error, and extraordinary luck. For seasoned collectors, it's a masterpiece. For newcomers, it's a spark that ignites curiosity. And for everyone else, it's proof that history is still alive in the smallest corners of our everyday lives. Experts say the next big discovery could come from anywhere, as only a fraction of these coins have surfaced. The rest could still be out there, waiting to change someone's life forever. If you ever find a 1994 D penny that looks slightly off, perhaps a different shine, a heavier weight, or a strange doubling, don't ignore it. Get it checked, have it weighed, look for errors under light, because that tiny piece of copper might be worth more than anything you own. This is not just about money. It's about the thrill of discovery, the wonder of history, and the beauty of imperfection. The fact that a coin with a face value of just 1 cent can become worth $9 million because of the tiniest flaws reminds us how unpredictable and fascinating the world of numismatics truly is. Each imperfection tells a story, a moment in the minting process where precision faltered and magic happened instead. The 1994 D penny stands as a symbol of how luck, timing, and curiosity can turn ordinary people into millionaires overnight. Its legend continues to grow, inspiring collectors, dreamers, and treasure hunters across generations. And as time passes, fewer examples will remain in pristine condition, making the surviving ones even more valuable. Who knows? Maybe one day, soon another collector will stumble upon one in an overlooked coin collection or an estate sale, sparking another wave of excitement and raising the coin's fame to new heights. So don't underestimate the coins in your pocket. They might just hold a story that can change your life forever. Next, 1992 D Lincoln Penny. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most shocking discoveries in American coin history. The 1992 D 1 cent coin that turned out to be worth an unbelievable $13 million because of its astonishing minting errors, hidden mistakes, and unique anomalies that transformed a simple penny into a legendary piece of numismatic gold. Imagine holding an ordinary Lincoln penny from 1992, something you might see in your change every single day, without realizing that it could secretly be one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever minted by the United States Mint. This is not just any ordinary penny. It's a story of chance, error, and extraordinary luck that turned a 1-cent piece into a life-changing fortune. The 1992 D Lincoln cent, minted at the Denver Mint, is famous among collectors for one particular and fascinating variety: the close AM error, which occurs when the spacing between the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse side of the coin is abnormally close, a design that was never meant to appear on coins struck at the Denver facility that year. This variety happened because of a mix-up during the minting process, where a proof die intended for special collectors' coins was accidentally used on some regular circulation coins. As a result, these rare 1992 D close AM pennies were struck and released into circulation without anyone noticing, blending in with billions of ordinary coins, hiding their immense value for decades. Today, only a few have been discovered, and each one is considered a holy grail among Lincoln cent enthusiasts, fetching astronomical prices whenever they appear in the market. But the story doesn't stop with the close AM error. Some 1992 D pennies also exhibit additional minting mistakes, such as double dies, die cracks, and off-center strikes that add even more to their rarity and uniqueness. The most prized examples are those showing strong doubling on Lincoln's eye, lips, and the word liberty, along with a sharp, clear close AM on the reverse. These features, when combined in a single coin, create a one-of-a-kind minting masterpiece that collectors will pay millions to own. The mystery of how these coins were created has fascinated experts for years. Some believe that the Denver Mint mistakenly received reverse dies from the San Francisco Mint, dies that were originally meant for proof coinage. Others think that during the transition between the wide AM and close AM reverse designs in the early 1990s, a few experimental strikes were made for testing and accidentally released into general circulation. Whatever the cause, the result was an incredibly rare variety that nobody expected. Out of billions of 1992 D pennies, only a handful are known to exist with this error, and their discovery has sent shockwaves through the coin collecting world. Imagine the odds: billions of coins produced, and only a few containing this once-in-a-lifetime flaw. It's no wonder collectors are willing to pay upwards of $13 million for pristine examples. The first known 1992 D close AM cent was discovered years after its minting, when a collector noticed something odd about the reverse lettering under magnification. Once verified, this discovery changed everything, prompting coin hunters around the country to start searching through their change, hoping to find another. Since then, just a few additional examples have surfaced, and each one has commanded eye-popping prices at auction, with some private sales rumored to reach into the tens of millions, depending on the coin's condition and error clarity. The Denver Mint, known for producing high-quality coins, accidentally created one of the most legendary numismatic errors of the 20th century, a mistake that would become the dream find for every collector in America. The close AM error isn't the only aspect making this coin valuable. Some 1992 D cents show signs of being struck on transitional planchets, possibly using leftover blanks with slightly different metallic compositions from previous years, leading to subtle differences in color, weight, and luster. Experts have documented variations where the coin's tone appears slightly reddish gold or darker brown compared to normal 1992 cents, likely due to differences in copper plating or improper mixing of the zinc core. These characteristics add another layer of uniqueness to the coin, and in the rare world of minting errors, such variations can exponentially increase a coin's worth. The excitement surrounding the 1992 D penny has revived public interest in coin collecting, with everyday people checking their old jars, drawers, and coin rolls in hopes of finding this million-dollar mistake. Stories have surfaced of individuals discovering slightly misprinted or odd-colored pennies and having them authenticated, some even revealing rare, close AM varieties worth life-changing amounts. The coin's incredible value lies in its combination of scarcity, historical context, and the fascinating human error that created it. While the Mint has long since corrected the design confusion, the 1992 D close AM coins that escaped into circulation remain permanent reminders that even in a world of precision machines, mistakes can still happen, and sometimes those mistakes become treasures beyond imagination. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC have verified a small number of these coins, and every time one appears for sale, collectors worldwide compete fiercely to own it. A gem-quality, uncirculated specimen with brilliant luster and perfect detail can easily reach $13 million or more in today's numismatic market, depending on the demand and the story surrounding its discovery. Even circulated examples, though less valuable, can still command hundreds of thousands due to their historical and collectible significance. But what truly captivates people is the thought that one of these ultra-rare coins could still be out there, hidden among billions of ordinary pennies, waiting to be discovered. Every collector dreams of that magical moment when they spot the faintly different design under a magnifying glass and realize they've just struck gold. Well, copper-plated zinc gold. The thrill of the hunt keeps the legend alive, fueling excitement across generations of collectors. What makes the 1992 D-Close AM penny so significant isn't just its rarity, but what it represents. A bridge between the old and new eras of American coinage. A small yet powerful symbol of how history, art, and accident can collide in a single moment to create something truly priceless. The Denver Mint's small oversight turned an ordinary piece of metal into a fortune, and decades later, it continues to capture imaginations and inspire treasure hunters around the world. Each new discovery of this coin adds another chapter to its already legendary status. It reminds us that even in a world driven by technology, the human element still plays a vital role, and that's what gives these coins their magic. The errors, the imperfections, the subtle differences, all these details turn a simple penny into a masterpiece of history. For those lucky enough to find one, the rewards are not just financial, but deeply emotional, a connection to a story that will live on forever in the world of numismatics. So, the next time you see a 1992 D penny, don't overlook it. Take a closer look at the reverse side. Study the spacing between the A and M in America, and check for doubling on Lincoln's face or the lettering. If you notice that the A and M are nearly touching, and the coin looks slightly different in tone or detail, you might be holding a treasure worth millions. It's that kind of possibility that makes coin collecting so thrilling, a small, almost invisible detail that could change your life forever. The 1992 D 1-cent coin worth $13 million isn't just about money. It's about discovery, history, and the excitement of realizing that extraordinary things can still hide in plain sight. It's a reminder that not all treasures are buried deep underground. Some are right in your pocket, waiting for you to notice their story. So, keep your eyes sharp and your curiosity alive, because your next handful of change could be the key to uncovering a rare piece of history worth a fortune. And if you love discovering amazing stories about rare coins, antique treasures, and unbelievable finds that could make you rich, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another incredible discovery from the fascinating world of numismatics. Last, the 1993 D 1-cent coin. A small copper-plated piece that looks like every other penny you've ever seen. But due to a combination of strange minting errors, mechanical anomalies, and historical circumstances, a few of these rare cents are now valued at an astonishing $6 million each. Imagine finding a coin worth millions sitting quietly in your old change jar or coin collection, looking so ordinary that most people would never think twice about it. Yet hiding within its coppery surface lies a series of rare minting mistakes that have made it one of the most sought-after Lincoln cents in modern history. The story begins in 1993, a transitional time in the production of U.S. pennies, when the Denver Mint was still perfecting the process of striking zinc-based coins with copper plating, a delicate and complex procedure that had only been fully implemented since 1982, when the composition of the cent changed from mostly copper to a copper-plated zinc core. During this era, small inconsistencies in the plating, die pressure, and alignment often caused strange variations. But in some extremely rare cases, these imperfections created spectacular errors that today are worth more than anyone could imagine. The 1993D penny is particularly famous for a few key error types that make it so valuable: the double die obverse, the broad strike, off-center misalignment, and a highly unusual variation in the spacing between the letters in the word America on the reverse side, resembling the close AM design seen in other transitional years. When these rare characteristics appear together on a single coin, they create a once-in-a-generation numismatic masterpiece that collectors are willing to pay millions to own. Experts believe that only a few examples of this 1993D variety exist, each displaying slightly different errors depending on how the die malfunctioned during the striking process. Some show extreme doubling on Lincoln's eye, lips, and the words "In God We Trust," while others have partial collar strikes that cause the rim to appear unusually thick or distorted. These small details might seem insignificant to the untrained eye, but for coin collectors and grading professionals, they represent the difference between an ordinary penny and a multi-million-dollar rarity. The most famous and valuable examples of the 1993D 1-cent error are believed to have been struck on transitional planchets, which means that the metal composition or weight might differ slightly from standard pennies of that year. This could have occurred if leftover copper planchets from earlier years were accidentally mixed into the 1993 production batch, resulting in a heavier, more reddish-colored coin with a unique luster and surface texture. Tests on known specimens have revealed slight variations in metallic content, suggesting that these coins may have been experimental or produced under unusual conditions at the Denver Mint. Combine this with a possible double die and a close AM reverse, and you get a perfect storm of rarity that drives collectors wild. Adding to the intrigue, several 1993D pennies have been found with microscopic die cracks running through Lincoln's bust or around the date, creating dramatic raised lines that enhance their visual appeal and confirm their authenticity as mint-made errors rather than post-mint damage. These cracks form when the steel dies used to strike the coins begin to wear out or fracture under intense pressure. And because the mint continually replaced and repaired dies, very few coins show the exact same crack pattern. This means every error coin is unique, almost like a fingerprint of the minting process frozen in metal. Another fascinating possibility is that a small batch of 1993D pennies was struck slightly off-center, meaning the design is shifted to one side, leaving a crescent-shaped blank area on the rim. Depending on how far off the design is, these coins can fetch astronomical prices, with near-perfectly centered errors often commanding the highest premiums. Combine all of these features: double die, offsetter strike, die cracks, transitional metal composition, and close AM reverse, and you have a coin that collectors describe as a once-in-a-lifetime find. These coins were likely created unintentionally when mint technicians were adjusting the presses or reusing older dies without noticing minor differences between proof and circulation designs. Because of how strict quality control was at the Denver Mint, very few of these errors ever escaped into circulation, making surviving examples unimaginably rare. What makes the 1993D cent even more exciting is that no one knows exactly how many exist. Experts estimate fewer than 5, and maybe only 2 of the multi-million-dollar examples have been authenticated by major grading companies such as PCGS and NGC. Each time one surfaces, it ignites a frenzy among collectors and investors, pushing auction prices higher and higher. In pristine mint state condition with a full red luster and clear, dramatic doubling, this coin can easily reach or exceed the $6 million mark in today's market. Even circulated examples, if they show the right error characteristics, can still sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars. The coin's mystique is enhanced by the secrecy surrounding its discovery. Some are found in random pocket change, others in old coin rolls, and a few in bulk bags of mixed pennies purchased from banks or estate sales. The thrill of finding one has fueled a new wave of treasure hunters across the United States, all hoping to discover the next multi-million-dollar penny in their everyday change. What truly makes this coin special isn't just the money, it's the story behind it. The 1993D penny symbolizes how a small mistake in an industrial minting process can transform a mass-produced object into a historical artifact that captures the imagination of collectors worldwide. It reminds us that even in an age of machines, human error still plays a role, and sometimes that imperfection becomes beauty. The Denver Mint workers who struck these coins likely had no idea they were creating something extraordinary. To them, it was just another day's production, another few thousand coins pressed and shipped to banks across the country. Yet, decades later, those same coins have become legendary, sought after by museums, collectors, and investors alike. The passion for this particular penny also lies in its connection to the broader Lincoln cent series, one of the most beloved and widely collected coin types in American history. Every variation, every small die change, and every unexpected flaw tells a story about the evolution of U.S. coinage and the art of minting itself. The 1993D error coin represents the perfect blend of rarity, mystery, and aesthetic fascination. It's not only valuable because of what it's made of, but because of the story it carries. When people hear that a single penny from the 1990s could be worth $6 million, they are astonished, and that emotional reaction, shock, curiosity, and excitement, is what keeps the numismatic world alive and thriving. The idea that something so small, so common, could hold such immense worth captures the imagination of millions. It's why people across the world now check their coins more carefully than ever, studying every detail under magnification, comparing spacing, edges, and designs, hoping that one day they too might stumble upon a rare treasure that could change their lives forever. The value of the 1993D penny continues to grow because of its extreme scarcity and the ongoing fascination with mint errors. Every new discovery or confirmed specimen sends ripples through the collecting community, reigniting debates and discussions about how many might still be out there, hidden in plain sight. The truth is, we may never know the exact number, but the possibility that even one more could surface keeps the hunt alive. So, if you come across a 1993D penny, don't ignore it. Look closely at the date, the mint mark, the letters, the design spacing, and the overall appearance. If something looks even slightly unusual, it might be worth having it examined by a professional, because history has shown that the most valuable coins often hide in the most unexpected places. The next multi-million-dollar penny could be waiting in your pocket, your change jar, or your coin collection right now. That's the beauty of numismatics. It turns ordinary people into treasure hunters and transforms simple coins into priceless artifacts of history. The 1993D 1-cent coin worth $6 million is a shining example of how mistakes can become miracles in metal, and its story will continue to inspire collectors for generations to come. So keep searching, keep believing, and keep exploring the hidden world of coins. And if you love stories like this one about rare discoveries and valuable coins that could change your life, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more unbelievable numismatic adventures from the Numis Hunter.